everyone! Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making something so cozy, so warm, and so delicious. We're talking about goulash. It's one of those amazing one-pot wonders that just makes you feel good from the inside out. Think of it as a big, warm hug in a bowl. This dish is perfect for a chilly evening or any time you need a little comfort food magic. It's a hearty stew that comes from Hungary, but we're making a super simple, family-friendly version. You don't need to be a fancy chef to make this. I promise it's easy peasy and oh so yummy. So what exactly is goulash? At its heart, it's a rich and savory stew made with beef and lots of paprika. That's the secret ingredient that gives it that beautiful red color and a slightly sweet, smoky flavor. It's not too spicy, just full of deep, wonderful taste. Our version is going to be thick, chunky, and packed with tender beef, sweet onions, and a gorgeous sauce that will have everyone asking for seconds. We're not getting complicated here. This is all about simple ingredients coming together to create something truly spectacular. It's a meal that fills your home with the most incredible aroma while it simmers away. This isn't just a recipe, it's an experience. It's the kind of meal that brings everyone to the table. I love making a big pot of it because it's even better the next day. The flavors get to know each other and become even more amazing. We are going to walk through every step together, so don't you worry about a thing. Whether you're a kitchen pro or just starting out, you can totally nail this recipe. It's a forgiving dish that's hard to mess up. So grab your favorite apron, put on some music, and let's get ready to make the ultimate goulash. It's going to be delish. Forget about spending hours and hours in the kitchen. This recipe is all about getting maximum flavor with minimum fuss. We're building layers of taste, starting with browning our beef to get those yummy brown bits, then adding our veggies and spices. The whole thing comes together in one pot, which means less cleanup for you. And who doesn't love that? This goulash is a true crowd pleaser. It's rustic, it's satisfying, and it's packed with goodness. So, let's get ready to turn simple ingredients into a meal that your family will remember. Let's head to Goulash Town. Okay, time for our shopping list. No weird, hard-to-find stuff here. We're keeping it simple and affordable. First up, you'll need about 2 pounds of beef. Look for beef chuck or stew meat that's already cut into cubes. This cut is perfect because it gets super tender when you cook it slowly. Next, we need some fat to get things going. Grab a couple of tablespoons of olive oil or vegetable oil. We also need 2 big yellow onions. Onions add a ton of sweet flavor as they cook down, so don't be shy with them. They are a superstar in this dish. Now for the flavor makers. The most important spice is paprika. You'll need about a 1/4 cup of sweet paprika. Yes, a 1/4 cup. It sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's what makes goulash goulash. If you can find smoked paprika, grab a teaspoon of that too for an extra layer of yum. We also need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to help thicken our stew. For a little tang and depth, we'll use 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. That concentrated tomato flavor is just fantastic. And of course, we need some garlic. About 4 cloves, minced up, will do the trick. For our liquid, we need about 4 cups of beef broth. This will create our rich and savory sauce. You can use store-bought broth or your own homemade stock. We also need a little something to brighten it all up at the end. A tablespoon of red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar will add a nice little zing. And don't forget the salt and black pepper. You'll want to season as you go, so have those handy. That's it. See? I told you it was easy. Just a handful of simple things that you can find at any grocery store. Let's do a quick recap of our list so you have it all in one place. We have our beef stew meat, some oil, 2 big onions, and 4 cloves of garlic. For our pantry pulls, we have sweet paprika, a little flour, and tomato paste. Then we have our beef broth, a splash of vinegar, and our trusty salt and pepper. That's everything you need to create this masterpiece. Having all your ingredients prepped and ready to go is what I call mise en place. It makes the cooking process so much smoother and more fun. So let's get everything out on the counter. All right, let's fire up the stove. Grab a big pot or a Dutch oven and place it over medium-high heat. Add your oil and let it get nice and hot. Now pat your beef cubes dry with a paper towel. This helps them get a really good sear. Don't crowd the pot. Brown the beef in batches, making sure each piece gets nice and brown on all sides. This step is super important because those browned bits on the bottom of the pot are pure flavor. Once a batch is browned, take it out and set it aside on a plate for later. Keep the pot on the heat. Now toss in your chopped onions. Sauté them for about 5 to 7 minutes until they get soft and a little bit golden. Use your spoon to scrape up all those yummy browned bits from the bottom of the pot as the onions release their moisture. That's flavor, my friends. Once the onions are soft, Add your minced garlic and cook for just 1 more minute until you can smell it. You don't want to burn the garlic, so keep an eye on it. The smell in your kitchen right now should be absolutely incredible. Time to build our sauce. Turn the heat down to low and add the tomato paste, paprika, and flour to the pot. Stir everything together and cook for about a minute. This step toasts the spices and cooks out the raw flour taste, which is key to a delicious thick sauce. Now, slowly pour in the beef broth while stirring constantly. Make sure you get everything mixed together smoothly. You want a nice, rich, lump-free base for our stew. It should already look and smell amazing, a beautiful deep red color. Now for the magic part. Add the ground beef back into the pot, along with any juices that have collected on the plate. Give everything a good stir, then bring the stew to a simmer. Once it's bubbling gently, reduce the heat to low, cover the pot, and let it cook for at least 1.5 to 2 hours. The longer it simmers, the more tender the beef will get. Just let it do its thing. Go relax, read a book, or set the table. Your work is almost done. The stove is doing all the heavy lifting for you now. Here are a couple of quick tips for all you first-time goulash makers. My #1 rule is, don't rush the browning. Taking the time to get a deep, dark sear on your beef cubes is what builds the foundation of flavor for the entire dish. If you just toss it all in and boil it, you'll miss out on so much richness. So, be patient with this step. Work in batches if you have to. It's the difference between a good goulash and a great one. You want that deep, beefy flavor to shine through in every single bite. Another little trick is to taste and season at the very end. After the goulash has been simmering for a couple of hours, the flavors will have concentrated. This is the perfect time to give it a taste. Does it need more salt? A little more pepper? This is also when you'll stir in that tablespoon of vinegar. It might sound strange, but that little bit of acid will brighten up all the rich, savory flavors and make the whole dish pop. It's like a little secret weapon for your cooking. Trust me on this one, it works wonders every time. So, how do you serve this beautiful bowl of comfort? My favorite way is over a bed of wide egg noodles. They are the perfect vehicle for soaking up all that incredible sauce. You could also serve it with a big scoop of creamy mashed potatoes, some crusty bread for dipping, or even spätzle, which are little German dumplings. A dollop of sour cream or plain Greek yogurt on top is also a classic and delicious addition. It adds a cool, creamy contrast to the warm, rich stew. A little sprinkle of fresh parsley on top adds a nice touch of color too. And there you have it, the ultimate goulash recipe that is sure to become a family favorite. You did it! See how easy that was? It's a simple, rustic, and incredibly satisfying meal made with love. I really hope you give this recipe a try in your own kitchen. There is nothing better than sharing a warm, homemade meal with the people you care about. So get cooking, have fun with it, and enjoy every single spoonful. I know you're going to love it. Now that's what I call a 30-minute meal. Well, maybe a bit longer, but worth every minute. Yummo!